Hello, today I'm gonna play my latest blockout level and talk about the design techniques I've been using. You and your partner are tired from a long journey. You arrived in New Hampshire in the last mission and you are having trouble finding food and supplies. The player finds itself in a mountain chain and is surrounded by a thick pine forest. The first thing I'm trying to do is to set the atmosphere, and we reveal some large mountains as the player walks along the main path. Your partner would comment on the view, starting a dialogue about some mildly interesting information to let the player get to know the characters a little bit more. This also helps the player get more involved and immersed into the world. What I'm trying to do here is what I like to call a corner of wonder. The player clearly sees his destination, in this case a military grade vehicle with an orange material, but the player also sees an opening to its right. When the player approaches the opening, we reveal three things: a locked gate to the left, a large water tower on top of the hill, and a collapsed part of the wall to the right. Your partner will comment on the locked gate, making it more clear to the player where we are supposed to go. In this case, the player wants to explore the collapsed wall and is presented with a new area. We give the player some supplies as a reward for exploring the level. When we have cleared the barracks, your partner will tell the player to find a way inside the outpost and open the gate from the inside. As the player climbs on top of the wall, we reveal the military base and also a door. The second door seems to be locked. This is to give the player a hint that there is something we can do on the other side. We can also see that we reveal a small panel on the other side. There is supplies scattered around the outpost for the player to collect, again as a reward for exploring the level. The player notices a water pump and gives it a yank, but is out of luck. The player tries to open the gate, but the gate requires electricity to start. The player sees the generator and gives it a go. The generator starts and electricity is distributed to all the lamps and gates, but also the PA system starts going, and someone must have forgotten to stop the music before the generator was turned off. A pack of infected hears the music and is attracted by the sound. The player now has to fight them off. The player can now open the gate and let the partner come inside, but if the player were to miss the collapsed wall just before, it is now revealed again for the player to explore. The player character would comment about the water pump not pumping water correctly, so the partner tells the player to check out the water tower, while the partner scavenges for supplies. Now the player needs to find the button to open the second gate, leading to the shelter, and I have hinted with some cables leading to the switchboard. Another door is revealed, and it seems to be blocked from the inside, so the player must gain velocity to break it open. Yet again, we reward the player for exploring the level, but this time we introduce a new rifle that surely will come to good use. The player approaches a broken wall and proceeds to crawl through. This will trigger the wall to collapse, working as a point of no return, informing the player that the only way to go is forward. The player reaches the water tower and turns the valve, but we don't hear any water flowing. We only hear a heavy bounce inside the tube leading down the hill. The player character then spots an enemy patrol approaching the outpost. The player character would also comment on this and force the camera perspective towards the patrol, forcing the player to understand what is going on. We can hear gunshots going off. This is to inform the player that we are approaching danger. We find our partner leaning against a truck. Unfortunately, he has bled out from a gunshot. The player character comments on this and goes into a rage, cursing and expressing angry feelings about just losing a beloved friend. This is to motivate the player to go on a killing spree. There are several cars placed as cover for the player to use. After the gunfight, the player must go check on the partner, and this is where we leave with a cutscene. Thanks for watching.